We have a celebrity in the house today, coming on for his 5th time. This is just a side joke. From the Florida Youth Soccer Association, the executive director, Joel Dragan. And Joel, welcome back to Sports Central.
Your sports coat, right?
What an intro. What an intro. Thank you.
I have said it more than once. If you think watching us live is fun, you should see us when we're off air.
No.
But Joel, first and foremost, want to thank you for what Florida Youth Soccer Association continues to bring to Polk County, but the willingness and partnership. Of course, 2 weeks ago, we were towards the end of the FHSA Boys and Girls State Soccer Championships, Class 4A to 7A, and very impactful, great event for our Polk County, two of 9 championships we host, but it's a complete takeover of the Florida Youth Soccer Association's building. So the good thing for you is you get the great view of all the championship games. The bad thing is we take over your building. So, but thank you for allowing that again this year.
Look, we want to be involved in absolutely everything soccer in this state, and it is the FHSA High School Finals is an absolutely amazing event. I could tell you that we don't mind, but that might be just a little bit overstating it. It is, as you said, an absolutely wonderful partnership. Great view from my office, all of our offices, and you guys are absolutely welcome anytime. We got to watch some fantastic soccer over time. The action was great. I'm sure you guys are going to be showing it on the show if you haven't already. Just love having those guys there and love having you guys there as well.
It's funny because 2 weeks ago, this show was live from your building, and the game that could have ended right as we went on air went into 2 overtimes and then penalty kicks. So no, it was not planned, but it sure worked out very well. But you look at that and then the opportunity, really what I'm getting towards or getting at is the partnerships in Polk County and what makes Polk County so special, because there was an opportunity the Saturday before that started. There was a phone call you got, and then you called me, and I was like, yeah, absolutely, we're all in. We should probably call the city. We called Cody, and he was all in. But Montreal Impact, of course, they were here in 2020, right before the shutdown happened, training at Lake Myrtle. So Major League Soccer, a friendly against the Tampa Bay Rowdies that Saturday before. What an opportunity for all of us, really.
Oh, my gosh. Just so proud to be a part of bringing that to Polk County. Depending on who you ask and how technical you want to get, it's likely the first time that an MLS team has played a match in Polk County. And you're right, it started with simply a phone call. USL team out of Tampa Bay, the Tampa Bay Rowdies, needed somewhere to play a preseason friendly with Montreal Impact, and we found them a home at the stadium. And I have heard nothing but positivity from the community, my staff, Montreal Impact, Tampa Bay Rowdies. We're already in talks to do it again. That stadium was rocking that night. I wasn't there, unfortunately, but I heard from everyone that we collectively did just a phenomenal job bringing people out. Everyone was extremely happy with it. And hey, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be doing that every single year.
And you had great crowds for the high schools. Games as well.
Yeah.
And I got to say, everyone, I was there Saturday. Everyone was absolutely thrilled with the facility, and even though they were supposed to be the smaller schools, that stadium was still packed.
Oh, absolutely. The schools, the student body shows up, particularly as you get into the finals weekend. I've said it plenty of times before, that the passion that the state of Florida, and in particular Polk County, has for soccer it's a different level than around the country. I've said on this show multiple times that I've worked in 3 different states, 3 different state associations, and what we have here in Florida and what we have locally in Polk County is really special, and it's more. Soccer means more. It sounds like we're rounding into a tagline or something here, but it's very special throughout the entire state. So to bring an event like that here just meant a lot.
Well, hold on. I'm sorry. Can we not use that because it's too close to the SEC? And as a Florida State fan and ACC, that whole "it means more" thing just.
Well, I was surprised at standing there at the gate, looking out and seeing that the one team had basically taken over that upper parking lot. They brought their own tents.
Yes.
They had their, I mean, that was an absolute takeover.
It was
I'd never seen
atmosphere.
anything like it at a soccer match before.
And while it wasn't FYSA sanctioned, is the terminology that we use, it wasn't one of our matches. Again, we were just so proud to be a part of it and have it in our own backyard. We showed very well, I feel, and everything just went off without a hitch. We look forward to doing that again in the future as well.
I think it's you know, without getting into the weeds of it, but it's something Polk County does very well collectively. You know, through the Sports and Special Events Committee, where you've been there talking about some of the state regulation on referees and background checks and things like that. And I'm not sure we'll have enough time to get into that today, but I know you were up in Tallahassee on Monday testifying before some committees on that to not only protect Florida youth soccer, but really all sports. But I think the fact that everybody working together, but there's power in co-branding.
Absolutely.
And Polk County does that very well. You know, you see the Under Armour here, of course, that partnership with Polk County, and then now that you've had an MLS team that has not only played there, but put their stamp of approval in recruiting events to Polk County, you can now say this was good enough for Major League Soccer. It's also the home of Florida youth soccer. So if you go back 15, 16 years ago, when Polk County was hosting 2 or 3 major soccer events, to now being the epicenter of soccer, youth soccer in the state, and now looking at professional, it is absolutely a win-win.
And I'm just so proud to be a small part of it. You talk about partnerships, and it's absolutely true. Visit Central Florida, Auburndale, we couldn't do it without all of the collective partners and the support that we have in the community. You guys would know better than I would, but the sheer number of volunteers that it took to put on FHSAA, the number of volunteers, ball kids, people to carry out the flag that we had at Tampa Bay Rowdies in Montreal. It is a lot of people, and it's a big push. Go back to regionals, June of 2024.
Yeah.
Well over 100 volunteers that we needed. This county supports the work that you do and the work that we do as well. It's really important, and frankly, it's really touching to see the community show the way that they do.
We've only got a couple of minutes left before we got to go to break, but oh, by the way, you guys run events too. Tell us about some of the events that you've got coming up to Polk County.
Well, it is springtime, and springtime here means a lot of events. I think between now and May, there are only 3 weekends off. Again, big thank you to City of Auburndale and their staff who make that facility world-class, frankly. But we have got all of our competitions. There's group play, elimination round, and then finals coming up in the next couple of months here. We will be out there in full force. Some great soccer to see. We've got the Commissioner's Cup finals, which will conclude, of course, at Lake Myrtle. All of our events are in Lake Myrtle for the most part. April 5th and 6th, we've got President's Cup finals that come up after that, April 26th and 27th, and then May 17th, 18th is really the crown jewel of youth soccer. We call it the National Championship Series or Florida State Cup. That is the highest level of soccer that you can participate in right there at Lake Myrtle. We are so excited to host those per usual here in Polk County, and all the people that it brings in from all over the state. You know, people see me on this and they see that we're in Auburndale and they assume it's a Central Florida thing. We are bringing in people from Miami to Tallahassee, everything in between. We have, believe it or not, a really good chapter or affiliate out of the Keys. They'll come up here when they need to. So it's really exciting. It's the best time of year to be watching soccer.
Well, and that's the power of sport tourism. You look at the Tigers. Of course, spring training is going on right now. So many Michiganders in Polk County because of their first experience. FHSA state finals going on. A lot of these people. The drive market is #1 for sports tourism, as it is the leisure traveler to Polk County. So there's the impact of the event, but there's the return impact or continuing impact, and FYSA is certainly part of that now because of all those areas that you were talking about. Maybe that's the first time they've been to Polk County, but they come back because they found out there's Legoland, there's Bach Tower, there's culinary, there's Sun and Fun, and all those other things that we know. Go to visitcentralflorida.com.org, whatever, we got them all. But to power and knowledge, right? And so real quick before we go to break, the investment side, because I know a lot of what you do is at Lake Myrtle. But during the Southern Regionals, you were also using McGee Park, which is the city of Lakeland. Of course, the Board of County Commissioners through TDC and all that. The turfing now of part of Simmers Young and a few years from now. So you look at the collection of multi-purpose fields we have now, that allows you to grow in the future, correct?
Look, I'll say it so it's on the record. We don't ever want to leave Polk County. We want all of our events to be here. The investment that you guys have made, the investment we've made, that Auburndale as well at our home, we always want to be here. And it's rare that we leave, but we don't ever want to. We want to stay here with as many events as we can. And the more inventory, I believe, is the word you guys use, the easier it'll be to do.
Well, Joel, we thank you so much for everything that you do. And again, congratulations on getting your building back from us. But we do appreciate it and look forward to having you back for the 6th time here on Sports Central.
Absolutely, anytime. Yes.
All right. He's also a Tigers fan. I don't know if you know that.
Well, the ankle monitor helps keep us in the county. So.
All right.
Talking about Michiganders.